or all the resources we need to survive. And so instead of them being able to do that, there's a group of indigenous people in North Dakota that are doing that for us. They're, everybody's fist in the air in gratitude for the Dakota and their allies. The companies that are trying to put a pipeline through North Dakota and through native land out there are the same companies that are doing it here. Michael's Construction is out here from the Midwest, messing up farmland and shoving landowners aside. They're doing the same thing in North Dakota. Enbridge Canada owns Vermont Gas Systems and Green Mountain Power outright. And they're the people behind the Dakota Access Pipeline. And TD Bank is one of the leading financiers of both the Vermont Gas Pipeline and the Dakota Access Pipeline, right? So it's the same crummy, rich people who are selling us out and liquidating our futures for their profit. And once again, it's a bunch of really awesome indigenous people that are sticking up for us.
That's Abraham Lincoln. Oh, no. God, that's Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln.
No photography inside of a bank, sir.
The Bread and Puppet Theater. Right here in the lovely lobby of the Toronto Dominion Bank, one of the major funders of pipeline projects across the country. We're here in solidarity with the Dakota Access Pipeline blockade that's happening in the Lakota Sioux Nation, and lots of other indigenous groups are coming together there to stop this pipeline that's threatening our very existence.
And now, we present to you a true story, yes, true, from the Pacific Northwest, starring the most fabulous, the most generous, the reason we're all here today, Mother Earth and her entourage of basic elements.
Look at how fabulous I am.
Oh no! It's those pesky kids!
future.
You can't do that!
Yes, we can.
No, you can't!
Yes, we can.
No, you can't!
Yes, we can.
Yes, they can.
But that would require a major restructuring of the economy and cause massive societal changes.
Exactly.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Rotten Idea Theater Company proudly presents a melodrama in 3 acts, starring Wall Street, the auto industry, the ocean, the media, somebody Greenland, the Greenland Glacier, Canada, Santa Claus, and the delicate balance of ecosystems that sustains all life on Earth.
Hi.
Hi. Act 1.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Act 2. And finally, kind audience, Act 3. It says Mars.
Hey, let's go to Mars.
Gentlemen and everyone in between, Red and Puppet presents History of Humanity. First, humanity is all one. One body, one soul, one me. And soon, humanity is a billionaire. Who is seen here, taking out the garbage. The surplus populations.
Everyone's
has asked us to stay and support her and witness her divesting her inheritance from TD Bank in solidarity, in a gesture of solidarity.
I want to close my account here at this bank. I heard about this just a couple weeks ago, that this bank is funding the fracked-gas pipeline, and I wasn't aware of it when I had my inheritance sent to this bank from Canada. It's a substantial amount of money, the better part of $500,000, and I want them to stop funding the fracking pipeline, and I want to support Dakota. So I'm going to close this account today.
Great. Just so everyone here is clear why we're here, let's just remember our gratitude for the Lakota who are fighting the Dakota Access Pipeline, and for their work to try to stop their own genocide and ours as we leave. Thanks so much to everyone for playing.
Come on, sir. You're gonna feel like you have to do it outside. I'll shoot from here.
I know that. I just recently inherited some money, and I was encouraged to use TD Bank because they're a Canadian bank and the funds were coming from Canada. I wasn't aware at the time that they were so involved in the fracking, and in fact I didn't know that at all that they were involved in fracking, and I just discovered it about a week ago that that they're heavily funding the fracking pipeline both in Dakota and here in Vermont. So last night when I went to the rehearsal of Bread and Puppet, I suggested that maybe today would be a good time for me to take this amount of money out of the account and transfer it to another bank. So I did it, and here's the check here for $400,000. $118.33. So I'm looking forward to doing business with a bank whose policies are greener than this one.
We need to wake up. We need to rise up. We need to rise up. We need to open our eyes and do it now, now, now.
We've come down here to make a little noise because that's kind of all we can really do. We don't have a lot of money or political sway yet. We really just have each other, and it's really important that we keep coming down and doing this work together because we're all we've got.
Hi, Rebecca.
Hi, everyone. Hi, Rebecca. I'm from Central Vermont Climate Action. We're a working group of 350 Vermont. We want you all to come and organize with us. We meet first and third Mondays of every month at the Unitarian Church at 7 o'clock. And this is what we're about, building movements like this. And I also wanted to let folks know about an action that's going to be happening on October 20th against the Vermont gas pipeline. I've got little flyers. There is a link on here to go and sign up and say you're going to be there.